Ahoy Traveler, I'm Lady Blackheart, and today I'm your guide to surviving your first adventures in Elder Scrolls Online. Whether you're starting fresh or returning after years away, this is the beginner guide I wish I had. Let's talk classes, leveling, gear, and how not to get roasted by a mud crab. First things first, pick a class that fits your style. Want to go full fantasy vampire pirate tank? You can. There are 8 classes, with subclasses on the way, but you can build any of them for damage, tanking, or healing. Sorcerer, Dragon Knight, Warden, Arcanist, it's flexible and forgiving. Next, you'll want to pick your race. This is where the flavor of the character really comes in. Each race has its own passives. Some you may know from previous Elder Scrolls games, and some unique to ESO. You can really get creative with how your character looks with sliders and small details, but don't sweat it, you can always upgrade your look as you play. Some races are alliance locked, but that's only really important if you plan to PvP with your friends. So if you really want to PvP with your friends, make sure you're all on the same alliance, unless you have the any alliance, any race unlocked. Then comes the most agonizing part, at least for me, coming up with a unique name. Leveling in ESO is unique and easy to do. The game scales to you, meaning you can start anywhere. Somerset, Morrowind, even Cold Harbor if you hate sunlight like me. Just follow the zone story or jump into the main quest line. The game does a good job catering to you and your playstyle. Just like the Dragonborn, you can be the jack of all trades, with access to a dozen different skills and abilities, like armor, guilds, and crafting, and always slot at least one ability from each skill line you want to level. However, don't get too overwhelmed. It's a lot to take in at first, but you'll be able to do the things that interest you with little to no issues. At low levels, don't worry about getting the best gear for your class. Most gear will come with a secondary trait. These will help you level with traits such as Training, which boosts experience, and Divines, which help with Mundus Stones. And in case you don't know what Mundus Stones are pretty much a permanent buff for your character. The buff is pretty much visible on the character's stat sheet under active buffs. You can change your Mundus Stone anytime you want, but you're only allowed 1 Mundus Stone. You can pretty much change your Mundus Stone whenever you want, however, you're only allowed 1 Mundus Stone at a time. Everyone starts out without a Mundus Stone, and it stays active on your character until you swap out to a new one. Crafting is useful early on, but can be overwhelming. You should focus on deconstructing loot to raise skill lines passively. If you're feeling short on cash, here's a few gold tips. Sell junk, loot thieves' troves if you're stealthy, and if you're a hoarder, get a banker assistant from the Crown Store or events, or even consider ESO+. ESO's default settings can be rough. Here are a few quality of life changes you can make. You can turn on or off auto loot, either embrace your inner loot goblin or pick and choose. Change double tap dodge to roll dodge. It will save you, especially if you decide to PvP. And most importantly, change your field of view. You want to be able to have a better view of battles or just enjoy the world and its stunning variety of environments. If you're on PC, you can install add-ons if you like. Don't worry, console add-ons are on the way, but it's not totally necessary. However, it does help your gaming experience though. I highly suggest a mini-map with map pins that show you sky shards or lore books. Beam me up for fast travel made easy. Personally, I use Bandit's UI, but again, it's up to you and how you want to play, and they make your life 100 times easier. Join a guild early, even a trade guild. The ESO community is huge and helpful. Ask questions, join discords, and don't be afraid to die a lot. It's part of the charm. You'll figure it out fast, and once you do, ESO becomes one of the most chill, immersive MMOs out there. Now you've got your tools to start your ESO journey in 2025. If this helped, toss a like my way and subscribe to join the crew. Comment below which class are you starting with, Arcanist, Necro, or full Nightblade Chaos. Either way, welcome to Tamriel Recruit.